gotta get ready. Ready. Alright, welcome back. Angels of Love and Light. My fine panel. Good to see you. We're gonna do a candle reading. I totally forgot to put that on the explanation, but whatever. Hang on. Does that work? It works. Just went for a little bike ride. Okay, should I turn this thing off, the light off? Let me see. Yeah, I feel like there's enough light here. Give me a second. Okay. We're gonna do candle readings, okay? This is quite a few, so give me a second. Doing some reminders. Where did I put them? Over there. For this particular transit. And as I was getting set up, this fell on the floor from the main deck, which was Knight of Swords, inverted. And then right beside it, Four of Swords in reversal. So something's are coming quick to me. But like, don't let it rush your train of thought, like your decision-making process. Just know when you feel it's the right time, then it's the right time. That's what they said. Okay, that's supplemental to the primary. The primary is showing me Queen of Swords, recipient side and receptive side, and then the Sun card in reversal on the manifestation side. Okay, so some things to remember in transit. In this transit, let me see here. Okay, so things are moving quickly, and so in being decisive, anything that comes to play is meant to be like, I'm supposed to be objective in those decisions. Like, what is it? Do what I know is best. And then on the right side, the doing side, it's like, yeah. The decision should be I don't know. The decision should be objective. I don't know why it should be objective. I mean, I think there's a bigger picture than just me to think about. Okay, so then the right side and the doing side, since the sun is in reversal, it's more like a spotlight. So things are going to be like higher visibility. I mean, I already have high transparency, but high visibility is a different, thing. It's being put on a forum, a platform, or just the opportunity to be seen more. Yeah. Okay, more accessible, I would say. Yeah. So some reminders, and I'm just supposed to go with the flow of things. So, and I wanted to be comfortable. So this setup right here is just not my usual level of comfort, but it's okay. It's okay. That's why I almost forgot about going with some of these candles. Okay, so I'm gonna pick 3 candles. One for today, one for Saturday, one for Sunday. Just kind of like a 3-day transit. So whenever I see this again, or whenever anybody sees this, then it'll cover a 3-day span. Okay? Okay, I don't know if there's any cosmic transits. I'm sure there is. There's other movements than besides us. So let me see here. Which one works best? Okay. This one. Okay. This is like harsh ASMR. Like, okay. Shh. Okay. This is the last one. Okay. I have to get rid of these things. Like, I have to process them. So first off today, green candle. Usually for fortune and abundance. Okay. And I'm gonna have to turn the camera around to do this, so let me see what I can do here. Here. Okay. Let me see. Okay. How do I do this? I'm gonna do it like this in my lap. Okay, this one's a fairly simple one, so let me turn this thing off. Okay. Give me a second. Turn this shiz around. Oops. All right. Okay, looking through that. This is the first one. Okay. For today. Reminders in transit. Okay. 2 portals. Bilateral exit and entry. Let me see. Let me start like this, perhaps. Okay. So what's going on here? Not very much. I just don't know why there's 2 separate, you know, I just don't know why there's, like, you know, those plates that are supposed to hold it down. I don't know why there's, like, this is Eclipse type of energy. Like a partial eclipse, whether solar or lunar. I would have to say solar because, you know, it's having to do with light. Matches. I don't know what to expect out of this one. There's a little bit of Voodoo Tiki energy that I'm getting from this. Very clean, very precise, simple spell, but potent. Do you see? I don't figure it to be potent. I think this is done with a I would say licensed practitioner. Something that's passed down in the family, but therefore generations of respect on this. This is more like a dancing voodoo type of energetic. I don't feel like it's ill intent here. Yeah, there's a hat there on top of this long face with a large open mouth. But you see there's, where the wick is supposed to be, there's some kind of a, like, one leg down, one leg up onto that plate, something like that. It's in movement. Okay. Turning it around again. Anything else that I see for today? I see somewhat of a pigeon up top, the white now. Large wing with brown feathers towards the tips. A tucked down head that kind of squeezes down to like a pig type of face. There's just like weird energy on this one, like hybrid. No, it's not a pig, it's a cow. It's a cow and a bird? like a hawk type of energy. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Okay. So I don't know what to expect out of these. I'm just doing the practice. Let's see, anything else that you want me to get from this? My divine panel. For day 1. Let's look at it this way. No, I mean, I mainly get the bird's head, the blackbird right there, with a wick trailing down and like, kind of like a hummingbird type of, like it's eating. But like its head is mounted like on the wall. And I can't unsee it. I don't. White snake. Mainly seeing its face. Anything else? Not really. Okay, I'm going to switcheroo, so you're going to see all up in my face. Okay. So that's 1. Okay. There is a lot of soot on the top. Not all of my candles have soot on the top. So this particular one did have to kind of shoo away a lot of dark energies that you know, come for your abundance. And this is encased in like a, I don't know what you call it, a cyclone. Another large vase with some earth element combinations in there, and so it's surrounding it, right? And usually I don't have a hard time placing it and like switching it off, but this particular one, there was some grabs at it. Just a few like complications in that. You can see like a lot of the green is kind of gone there, but definitely I learned recently that the soot around it is not norm unless it's having to combat dark energy, you know, envy, that kind of thing. So there's that. And I, you know, like I just do what I'm called to do. And things go down right that way. Okay. So let's get a couple cards on that one. Day 1 transit. What do you want to say on my divine panel? All right, this is too much light. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. Day 1 transit. Reminders for day 1 transit for me. 2 of Wands. No, I sized that up correctly. You know, so there's like this big spider here with a huge web, and it's approaching her. But it's like when you're able to read the room, it makes it less scary because you already kind of understand what to anticipate. You eliminate the possibilities of worry, concern, fear in that in those fluctuating degrees of the same kind of venue of thought and feeling. So that is correct on that. This could also mean major Athena type of energy, because I think her, I don't know if mascot is the word, but she's also known for weaving and that particular energetic. Let me just get one more here so that Athena, what do you want to say with regards to that? I did feel myself a little like trapped again today. I was going to take a nap and dude, I tested the other energy that I told you about, you know, like the wallows of like good vibes, and he still appears to be a good guy, you know. But then the more that I tested it, the more I was told not to test it, like by my guides. Like as soon as it happened twice in a row, as soon as I asked, I got an interruption. It was right after I asked, and I was like, okay, don't do that. Get up. So I was rewarded from getting up, but I don't think I was scolded for going to sleep. I think I didn't intend to go to sleep for that long though, but I guess I'm gonna have a long night, so it's okay. Things balance out. Sometimes I told you things happen kind of concurrently that we're not completely aware of. So 3 of Cups and King of Pentacles being celebrated in what you're doing. It's still boss mode. Every boss needs a break. Yeah. And I think that's correct. I did good, because the movement that I made, everything that was happened like on a whim today. I don't know, like it just worked out. Things just worked out. But what this is telling me as far as Athena is concerned is that whatever I invested in today is well celebrated. I still have the dragon energy here with the King of Pentacles. And what did we capture in here again? Holy smokes. Okay, so the hummingbird is able to get a taste of things, even with the dark night of the soul. This is eclipse energy, partial eclipse. I think partial solar eclipse energy. And we saw hybrids in here, as well as some kind of like voodoo. I think this is respectful voodoo magic. Yeah, so I think that was well done. You know, some things that are we're accustomed to fearing are not really like they're not always like cut and dry, that simple. And so I think this is what it's showing me with that, like comparative to the voodoo energy, spider, and then at times the dragon, or even zombie type of energy. Usually I don't get, when I use this deck, I don't get this much of a combination here, but this tells me a lot about the soot energy, and working with you know, the variations of Dark Night of the Soul, that it's like it enters you into combat mode and battling out the polarities of these particular energies, you know. So there's that. Okay, so in some reminders in transit is that I am well equipped, and based on the energy that I've already put out there, my energetic patterns, and therefore my my networks, my relationships. I don't even want to call them networks. I want to call it, I'd rather call them relationships. That's what it's telling me here. That it's a nice blend of historic integrations with my learnings. So there's an understanding of that shows an energetic frequency of what's carried over. Like when they talk about past lives and stuff, they, you know, reincarnation, you don't remember exactly, you know, what you came from. But the energetic blueprint shows that if I carry that over, the piece of respect and practice, you already got 50% of it, Tina. Like that's way advanced, carrying over from your previous, you know, blueprints. So you should be not just proud of that, but hold confidence in what you do. So day 1, good. Okay, day 2 is blue. This is for peace. Yeah, just a calming effect. Now this did not burn all the way down like I had liked. In fact, I think part of the instructions are not to allow it to burn all the way down on any candle. But you know Tina. So anyway, this one did not, and it refused to. Some candles refuse to. It's almost, yeah, this one was easy to place in and out of, so it did serve its purpose. Very cleanly done. There's no dark residue there. So let me put this one away and then turn the camera around so that I can, well, let me just double check something here. Because there were numbers imprinted on this one, but maybe I can't see them here on this one because it's yeah, okay, but this one has some etchings of the last 444. Can you see it right there? 444. Okay, anything else? Usually debris does not stick to the sides, but this particular one had a few. So this is more of like a hurricane type of effect. What happened here? So what this tells me is that those are herbs though. Okay. With the passage of time, there's release, like letting go of just a natural release of things that do not serve. So this definitely served its purpose, and this was like there was no argument to this energetic. This is this says a lot though, because like if you're working, if you have to come up with against any combative energies, any dark energies, what this tells me is that this is super successful in its execution, because there's like, you can see like there's rings of times that it had been lit. This is not like any others, you know, you see the yellow for the 3rd day. Okay, you see another one. This is, oh, so here's another blue one, for example, that has a shit ton of soot, okay, all throughout. This one's a pale green, also with a bit of soot, but you don't see the rings, right? You don't see the passage. Oh shit, I almost dropped it. Red, also, you don't see that. I have about a dozen more of those, so this is very unique in its messaging. You know, I felt the energies of each and every single one, and it told me day by day which ones to pick. So angel number 444 is here. In fact, it has the 4.44. So many will see this within time. Yeah, but there's like certain intervals where we give each other, where we are allowed certain breaks. There's something about this where, okay, the successful part of this, what tells me in these breaks, or in the debris as well, in letting things go, is that when you have to come up against some of those energies, you, in the process of letting go, you're bringing more of like a solutions-oriented, peaceful effect to the table. So, the art of negotiations is gonna, like the communications within that realm, is not gonna be, it's going to be less, if not at all distorted. There's going to be a lot of clarity, transparency, visibility, just optimal coverage on mediation. And so when you bring your best, letting go of, you know, all of this other stuff here, it makes any type of negotiations or discussions much more peaceful. So this is wonderful for all parties. Okay, so I'm going to turn it around. Give me a second. Okay. All right. There. Okay. So looking at this, what are we seeing? I don't even know what that herb is. What is that? I mean, I want to say that that is like a part of a bay leaf. I hardly ever put bay leaves in this type of a candle. Let me just double check here. And I have no idea why there's punctures there. I usually don't have any kind of items in here. Maybe it's because I tried so hard in relighting it over and over. Oh, I see a dinosaur. Look, it's a dino looking to its left. It's like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay. Very simple. Yeah, sometimes I fight with these candles. Like, I try to light it, and then because it's to the depth of it, it extinguishes because there's not enough air in order to keep it lit. Like the fire goes out. I don't know what to say about this one. Very simple, like clear as day. Okay, anything else? Oops. I don't see anything else here. I see someone letting go of a fish. You see, they're upside down. It's a girl, okay? Originally what was like the dinosaur now looks like a girl with her arm out forward and then letting go of like a fish. Like it's leaping out of her hands. Huh. So maybe off to a new pond. Releasing something out into the wild. Oh my god, for sure. Okay, anything else? I see a manatee now. The head never changes though. This one's a manatee. Or like a walrus with like a very skinny walrus with no teeth or husks. I don't know. One is like by its flipper. I don't know what happened to the other. Manatees don't have the husks though. Is that how you call them? Tusk. Tusk? Yeah. Okay. But now, okay, it's looking more like a, what do you call it? You know, Dr. Seuss? Cat in the Hat, one of those type of creatures. The hat is black, it's top hat, and it's minimalized right at center. It's like, how do you do? Okay, interesting. Okay, so the second day is the midpoint. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna turn it around. Okay. Okay, so the second day is the midpoint. In transit. So a lot is accomplished as far as like meeting new energies, and there's a variety of different kinds from what I'm seeing here. ones that are well established, like well known, the T-Rex. Then what do we see here? I remember a manatee, like a walrus. So like underwater creatures that and some that can go above surface. Some that have been tamed and now releasing out to the wild, into the great wide open, yeah. And there was one other type of energetic here, I forgot. No, I think that much, but pretty much covered it. I don't know what the walrus meant, but that's something to look up as far as spirit totem for sure, just because there's a lack of clarity behind that. So some things are meant to be, you know, as they are. Like, let's say you're on a project, time span, deadline, 3 days, okay? Or you're in transit, or have a certain schedule, 3-day run, or like you can run it in 3 partitions. And looking at that, like, I know everybody has expectations when investing in anything. That's just natural. But some things are just very obvious. Like, you don't, like, when things are going good, you might not realize it, all of it, until in hindsight. You're probably just like going with the flow of things, like, oh, this one's lighting well, like I'm just carrying on doing my normal thing. But when you look at the cumulative aspect, like, I don't know when these were lit, I don't date these candles, I just do my shiz. So everything is clear in there, and so if it doesn't want to light, it doesn't want to light, you know, that's a prerogative. So I guess at the midpoint of things, you just got to be good with those takeaways. Like, it's already abundant enough to be exposed to different energies. I feel like that, because if I'm starting something new, dude, seriously, that's part of orientation. Like, you're halfway there. Yeah. I mean, you already kicked off all the other, like, energies. Like, basically, this one, day 1, was like bait. And you can see it caught a lot. Day 2, or 2/3 of the way, just chill. You're ensured peace, clarity, negotiations, and this is what you want when you're interfacing with any kind of energy. Definitely. So that's good. All right, so we're gonna get a few cards on that. My divine panel, what do you want to say with regards to this particular one? Day 2. Okay, let me put those on top of there. Day 2. What is it you want to say for day 2? So what's left in hand is the King of Wands in reverse. It's a major player type of energy, but it's also someone that's highly networked, that is very much underground. Like, it's their, like, getting to know these kind of energies, it's very exclusive, okay? So what it opened up to was the Hangman and the Star card. Yeah, this is definitely celebrity status, you know? Like, they obviously have to be objective. They can't be, like, straight up in your face in every, like, what is it, publicity type of meeting, interview. All they don't say yes to everything, okay? They actually have more of a power to say no. So major player in the and I say this in a positive light. They, like, run the tables. They're very, 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 very well known, but not as easy to access. And I know this because there's a star card in reverse. So, I think these kind of energies, these are strong cards, like this combination. Like, they don't have to be there if they don't want to be there. Like, let's say it's the Oscars or the Emmys or whatever. Like, can't you just play a video clip of me? That kind of thing. Like, yeah, that's what this is. This is very, very big star energy. And this would have the energetic of this candle. They know how to run their circles. They know how to interface properly, respectfully, emphatically. You know, they know how to apply pressure and when to disengage. Definitely. So that's a reminder for me in transit day 2. That's what they're telling me. And I think this is just preparatory before I really get out there, because I think without all of this coaching, I think I would be very overwhelmed. I think I would be overwhelmed. Not like stage fright or anything, or I think they want me to enjoy what's coming. They don't want me to be stressed out or have anxiety, so that they want me to better manage it before, like premeditate it, formulate it in my head, like do the alchemy beforehand, so I can just kind of go with the flow more when I'm in it. Yeah, because what they're reminding me of is in these past jobs that I've had in retail, in like fast food, warehouse, office jobs, just like in the variety of industries and different kinds of personalities. And going through the dissolution and any kind of trial that I was having to deal with. I have a certain work ethic, which, you know, how do I say this? There was a certain point where I got tired of feeling bad for going to interviews and having to explain myself that in a professional manner and a not so professional manner, because like some employers will dig. Some employers are so filled with so much drama, they want to dig. They want to, you know, whether or not they already know whether they're going to hire you or not. Like, that's just the way people are, you know? So, they just won't stop on the asking, even if you try to keep it professional. And so sometimes you entertain that shiz, and you're like, well, you know, sometimes you just hit some hard times and you have to make the right decision for yourself in order not to be, in order to respect everyone's time and interests. So I thought that, you know, this was the best thing to do in caring for my family, or blah, blah, blah. You know, like, it depends on how much they dig. But, you know, I just got tired of having to explain myself jumping from job to job. Can't you see that when I was like basically a 20-year-old, I jumped from working, you know, retail to straight up an office job, and then upon someone's leaving, she nominated me to take on her position, which was a high role, a strong title, and I held that down for 8 years. Who the fuck does that in their 20s? You know what I mean? Like, so, like, to just, that says a lot, you know? And everything's meant for a reason. But in order to reference, like, that had to happen in order for me to reference that point and to realize that, like, my my work ethic still is solid, but life happens as it does, okay? And I can't control that part of it. I can just take any other opportunities that are available that put me in a better off situation. So if somebody wants to judge that and it doesn't look good on the resume, then you know what, that's their prerogative, and or you know, whatever. That's just what it is. But when we're looking at work ethic, like, yeah, it did bother me that I had to jump from job to job to job to job to job, and I didn't prefer that. I don't control anything that has to do with sexual harassment or bullying in the workplace or any of that sort. I or even life instances. So when I was working retail, there was this one particular job that was actually very supportive when I had to deal with court stuff and the time off, those certain allowances, and even like, they weren't complete angels, let me tell you that. I've talked about them in particular instances, but when it came to like having to deal with that stuff, like, yeah, I would have to call in for certain days because things got heavy with legal stuff. So in looking at that, you just have to know when to say no. Like, realize what is more important. Like, I couldn't foresee certain things that I was not familiar with dealing with. So in representing myself after being taken for a ride and a fool on my first lawyer, you know, I just you just have to go with that. So that's what they're reminding me of. When you're at that level, you have to, it's not that you're forced to say no, it's about confidently saying no to certain things. You can't force the light to, you know, use the wick all the way down to the bottom of it just because everything was peaceful up until that point where it was just like absolutely not. That's what they're telling me at the midpoint. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so some reminders for day 3 transit. Yellow candle. This is for happiness, and you can see that there's a little bit like on the base that is you know, tore up. A little bit of resistance, a couple of markings, can you see? Yeah. No soot really. 501 for this one, on the numbers. This one has, I think, the full serial number here. Where do you see it? I don't think you can really see it. There. Okay. You can see the debris on the bottom. I usually don't turn it upside down. Okay. So I'm going to turn around and take a look. Excuse me. Okay. So right here, obviously, these did not burn through, which is fine. That's the way it was meant to be. We have some geraniums in here, both pink and red. Those are protective. I think it has to do with like love and friendship. There are a few herbs in here as well. Now, what do you want to tell me from here, my divine panel? Okay. Hold on, sorry. I accidentally hit the filter button. I don't know, I don't see very much here. Not yet, anyway. I just kind of see a seahorse face right there. You know, and it's like bloop, 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 bloop. But it's like, you know, that headpiece over it is kind of, there's some funky looking seahorses, let me tell you. So this particular seahorse is kind of like, what is it? I'm drawing a blank. What is that? May the odds be ever in your favor type of energy. You see? Yeah. Seahorses are, is it hermaphrodites? I don't know. They can, I think they're asexual. Is that correct? Well, they can, I think that's what it is. They can breed on their own. So this is a realm of independence and a blend of yin-yang energy. This might be also attached to LGBTQ type of communities only because of the vibe from it. So don't get all technical. In fact, more of a feminine energy, because you see how the top bulbous areas, that's kind of like fallopian tubes energy. It's like a uterus type of energy here. So some people can't handle those words. Holy smokes, I just felt it. That's not what they tuned in for. Okay, whatever. But that's energetic that I'm seeing here. Okay, turning it around. Anything else that you see here? I don't know. I don't really see much here. I do see another bird here, you know. But it's kind of weird. It's more of like a bird cape. You see the red part, like it's an oval ball, and where you see that point sticking up on top of it, it's kind of like a kid in like big cowboy boots, and you see like that that strand at, you know, then you see the yellow ball on the strand right there on the top. So that's like the bird type, like the bill of the hat, and you can see that curl right underneath it. That's a boy's like hair, and you can see like slightly his face underneath that, his body, and then in the wind, like blowing in the wind, is that, you know, bird cape. So yeah, there's definitely a like an adventurous little guy here. Somebody's inner child here. It's a little sad, kind of like a little bored, like they want a real adventure. They're even like standing on this, it looks like a ball, but it's more like a rock. And it's, you know, like Cairn, you know, the rock sculptures that are stacked up. This is stacked a little weird because it looks like it wouldn't balance as well. So he's doing the best that he can in feeling the vibes of adventure, including like the big cowboy boots, and like he has a cape on. He might have long hair too, and standing in this area that he could easily like fall. But he's standing on the edge, and he's just like, there's this one little orb right in front of him. You see? And it's like, it's kind of talking to him like a little spirit. So this one does have kind of, I don't know, imaginary friends is like the old term before, like when people said spirituality was like woo woo. So it's just, you know, being in that frequency. Alright, anything else from this? Nothing else yet. Okay, let's turn it just a bit. Okay, can't believe it's already 50 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay, looking at this. That top part is kind of like a flame with a face. Do you see it? What the heck is going on with my phone? Give me a second. I need to put this down here. There we go. Somebody's like a, there's an energy that's like a, what do you call it? Trigger happy? Very defensive. Like a hothead. You see? You see the face in the flame? A little bit of it, like just defensive. I would say defensive. I don't know why defensive, but look. Sad. Do you see that? Defensive, but sad. Guarded. Do you see like where you see like the tears like kind of jutting out of that eye socket? If you look at it further and just isolate it to that, you'll see the energy behind it is like someone like maybe pagan, I don't know. But a male is bearded. He's standing up with his arms in front of him crossed, not at the elbows, but like kind of like holding each arm, like one arm is holding the other. You see, like just standing like on guard, so just guarded because of some inner sadness. I don't know what the frick is this. Okay. Alright, let's turn it around. Anything else that we see here? I don't see anything else yet. I see the top of like a female bird's head. Do you see that? It's like one eye is red, one eye is white, but there's like on each side, on each end, they're just like kind of like devil thingies, devil horns, but those are eyelashes. You see what I mean? Like something like a fake siren. I don't know. Someone. It's I don't know. It's kind of like a showy, fake siren energy here. Like if you go out a lot and you hang out like in big crowds, it's kind of like it's like groupie energy, but it's not groupie. It's like you can, I don't know, just overdone energy. But then that kind of dissipates because that gets old, right? Do you see what I'm talking about? Like it's cool just for show, like once or twice, you know. I don't know, just it's it becomes a like a freak show type of energy, you know, like it's cool as like a, you know, little freak show thing, but it's not, I don't know, that's not what equates to like happiness and joy for me, you know what I mean? Like this is not, so there's, I don't know, dude, like seriously, what the heck? That's what I'm seeing here. Some reminders. I do also see like a red calf here that it turns into. Noticing those horns. I don't see anything else from this. The letter J. What the heck? Why is this not? There we go. Yeah, I don't see anything else from that. Okay, I'm going to let that one go for now. Okay. Okay. So, yellow, the yellow candle. Okay, my divine panel, what do you want to tell me? What are my reminders for this transit on day number 3? So, what kind of deductions are we looking at here? Oh, okay. So, can I say it? Yeah, I should say it. Looking at the measures of like what brings one happiness, what's the preservation of joy from childhood to adulthood. Just knowing that there's going to be a higher realm of exposure and different journeys, like different places. There's going to be not just a lot of visibility on me, but also a lot of visibility in transit. So I'm going to be able to see much more of the world. But this is kind of like understanding what's like cool as far as adventure. That I'm not just looking for adventure as like shock value adventure, but also the essence of home, because just because there's a spark doesn't mean that it could ignite, that it has the capability of retaining a fire. It doesn't hold that kind of capability for warmth. It doesn't give that vibe of something that you would call a keeper. So day 3, reminders. What do you want to tell me, my divine panel? Okay. Ace of Swords, inverted. Totally correct, Tina. Totally correct. Yeah. For sure. Like, definitely it may be exciting and all of that. But, just like you, Tina. Okay, anything else that you want to tell me? My divine panel, reminders for day 3 in this transit. Oh, Ace of Swords, actually. I'll put it over there louder. Yeah, it's okay. Uh, 21, the World card. No, that's it. You said it all. This is final. This is closure. I think that in any transit that we make, we're looking to achieve that realm, like the kid on the ball, like that sense of adventure, amplifying it, not just amplifying it, but broadening that scope, and seeing what belongs versus what doesn't, and so that just I think that overall gives a sense of satisfaction on inputs. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So this lean forward into me. Okay. So 6 of Swords, the Moon card and the Hierophant for sure. So it is calling the shots, setting the tone, because you're the main ingredient. And it's about also alchemizing that, mediating that into the arena. So it's fun. There's a lot of energy here, though. This is definitely a different life for me, but one that is very warranted. Something that I fit into that I don't realize I fit into. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely like Showtime energy. Look at this. Let's see. This is a performance. Interesting. All right, so okay, all right. That's it for now. Those, I think, were the top 3. So we got the top of that. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Wands in reverse. It's pending victory. What's behind that? 10 of Cups, yeah. Like fulfillment pending. And 9 of Pentacles. But for now, you're satiated. You're moving. This is satiated upon with your independence. Like you've gone through enough. You have your little mascot souvenir coming through with you. And you represent yourself correctly, like at best. So, all right. So what are my 3 takeaways on this one? Takeaway number 1 is 5 of Wands. I wonder why 5 of Wands. Let me see here. Takeaway number 2. This will clarify it. Temperance in reverse. Okay, and takeaway number 3. The High Priestess in reverse. They're just saying, deep down, you know, Tina, you don't come off as the High Priestess in every realm you go. It's, I think, only in the aftermath, after the tidal wave comes through. But you know the huge undercurrents, like that's, you know that in places that you go, it stirs up some type of conflict. It's kind of rowdy. I'm hearing rowdy crew. What is it? I'm hearing a Skrillex song. I think it's Kyoto. Yeah. That's so just don't take it personal if people don't see you for who you are, like at first glance. They don't or if there's conflict that resides within them. Because remember, you're not here just like for showtime. You're here for a particular job. And so what did I want to say? The best way to deal with this conflict is to know that you can hold your own. Because that's the only way, like the best way, in order to deal with any combativeness, any type of conflict or aversion. Let me get a clarifying card for each of them. Okay. Clarifying card for the 5 of Wands. A Magician. Yeah. This could also mean my riot crew is here. So I don't, this is like, if this is like a safe place wherever I'm transiting to, if it's like, well, it's always going to be safe, but like if it's like very inviting and welcoming to me, and they know who I am, I don't need to introduce by title. Like they already know who I am, so there's some kind of discretion upon introduction. Oh my god, yeah, it's more so that yeah, I mean, there is some conflict, you know, because some people, like, some girls get catty, let me tell you. Holy shit. Let me get one more clarifying card to that, just because, like, the Tower card. Yeah, girls definitely do get catty. Boo! But again, don't take it personally. I've dealt with quite a bit of that already. So I'm no stranger to that. So, it's not to, like, keep my head down, within these transits. It's not what this is calling for. It's just knowing that they're going to do themselves more destruction coming up against me, or trying to come up with, like, different ploys to, like, throw me under the bus, that kind of energy. Like, they do it upon themselves. That's a immediacy that's granted on my behalf. I have that much support. Okay, so that's cool. All right, Temperance. What is the clarifier for that? Being in reverse. Reminders in this transit for me. My takeaway. 11, Justice. Oh, for sure. That's even more so, like, accurate. Yeah. There's like Medusa type of energy here, which is also part of Hecate coming through, but this is at hands, like the golden touch, the Midas touch, but like through Hecate's hands. So I'm granted that. Oh, that's amazing. I'm at that frequency. Thank you, Hecate. All right, so the High Priestess, what's the clarifier for that in reversal? For me, my takeaway. Oh, it's asking me to do this too. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So there's no lacking in that, like, there's something else. I think it's being resourceful with your energetics. Holy smokes, what the heck? 10 of Swords. So just know that, like, everybody knows you slay, Tina. So they already know your energy. Like, they know your background, Tina. So there's some kind of prestige and not in discretion is what they're telling me here. Oh, definitely. That's crazy. Is that am I reading? Is there anything else that you would like to add to that, my divine panel? It's cutting to that, but it's also nailing on that. Okay. So my nail got caught on the 8 of Pentacles, and it was trying to piece into this. My fingertip was trying to get this, but then my nail got caught on the 8 of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles, no, you got it. We'll pay you. 8, no, that's correct. Again, 9 of Pentacles. Your sense of independence here. Where do we see that? Well, we saw it. I saw it somewhere. Okay. Anyway, no, time and time again, you show up with your work. We give you a fucking pentacle, and you show up, like, you know, within your mastery. 8 of Pentacles. You back that up. For sure. So it's all done in the work, not, like, thrown down by title. That's cool. That's good. All right. I think that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in enough light and love. That's reciprocated equally. Truly appreciate it. Okay, so I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength from those who call upon, cast, generate, bring, or any variation thereof, ill will, intent, and or entities to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for refortification, me, only me, hassle-free, no doubt, and no attachments except for, oh God, where are you? Oop. Oopsie daisy, there we go. All bonus points included. Thanks so much. And I do have to say, there was something about relative to these last 3 takeaways, is that I saw on my feed something about like energetics telling me, like in the background saying, this girl's out of her mind, she's crazy. And you know, people who don't get it, I don't know if I should have any feedback towards that. I just I'm made aware of people who think less of me, or prefer to make a joke of me, or think that's what I'm doing of myself. And you know, what I will have to say is that I never thought that about anyone, really. I don't have I thought about that? Thought that about anybody? I could say things were kind of like outlandish to me at the time, but I don't think, well, let me tell you this, okay? I cannot fault them for not understanding what they don't understand. However, I don't need to be the topic of somebody bad-mouthing me because of their lack of understanding. That's all. That's all. I think that's fair. And yeah, I see, I know what I've gone through, and I know the messages that I've received, and I've come a very long way, far from being compliant with energies down here, with energies like that, assessing in that manner. And so I've lived both lives, and this one with a lesser amount of years, far lesser amount of years. So in these past few years, I would have to say the learnings are much are at a higher value and return than what I've seen in the previous. So I think that's just preparation also for me to experience the ratios of, you know, people who do not care or could care less for what I do, so that I, you know, can focus, just kind of write it off and focus. Like, what is that? Every manufacturer, in a sense of quality control, has to ratio out the amount of scrap material. Like, just, you have to just kind of scrap it, as some of it is unsalvageable and some of it is, you know, okay, but it's just a matter of, you know, the way things are. So there's that. Yeah, I think I'm doing a lot better in processing that material without it triggering me. I thought I'd just say something about it because I'm able to hash out, you know, my understandings and talking about it on this type of forum. Yeah, then without. All right, now, okay, we're gonna get one more card out of that, okay? Okay. All right. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you don't control. I'm not gonna micromanage what people think of me, what the world thinks of me. There's so much more to life. Okay. Okay, that's it for now. Now upon Closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine, with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out in light and love. I close the portals in this reading now.